Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Yolanda and today I will be showing you how I do my makeup for specifically hooded eyes. If you don't have hooded eyes, you can still follow the technique. Um, but because I have hooded eyes, I just figured I'd show what I do. As you can see, when I look forward, my crease disappears. So typically if I only concentrate, or if you have hooded eyes and you only concentrate um, shadow or darker shade in that crease, it's going to disappear when you're looking straight ahead. So I'm just going to show a really simple technique that I do. Please make sure you like my video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your notification bell so that you know when I post my next look. Thanks for watching, and let's get on with the tutorial. Guys, so I am just going to show you how I do my eye makeup so that you can see the color, you can see the eyeshadow, because I do have hooded eyes. As you can see, I do also have lid space, like on the mobile lid part, but when I look straight ahead, the crease covers a lot. So typically you would want to put your darker, medium to darker shades in your crease. But if you have hooded eyes, as you know, it sort of disappears. So unless you look down, you're not going to really see it. So I'm just going to show you what I do when I really want the crease color to be visible when I am looking straight ahead. So what I'm gonna do, now you can use any, I've already primed my lids with the Urban Decay primer potion, the original. Now I do use darker concealers. I love the LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer. I do typically use the shades that are closer to my skin tone. However, sometimes when I want the color to pop, I use this one, which is, I think, porcelain. Yeah, this shade is porcelain, which is typically for someone a whole lot lighter than I am. So I'm just gonna pop that on my lid. And if you hear that noise, it's just my fan because it's hot. I'm upstairs and the heat rises. So I got my little fan on. So I'm gonna take this e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush, and then I'm gonna take some setting spray. You can use any finishing spray. This is the NYX finishing spray, the matte one. So I'm just gonna spray it once just to wet it. You can use a sponge if you want, but I'm just going to use this brush. And I'm just going to spread that out. So I don't blink. I'm going to take my Rimmel translucent powder, translucent pressed powder. You can take any translucent powder. Don't get a lot, you don't need a lot. And then I'm just gonna set it. This is the Sephora I Love palette. This is the medium warm shadows, and that's what they look like. And I'm gonna take these two. So I'm gonna start with this one, and then I'm gonna add that one. So what I do is I take a crease brush. I believe I've had this one for years. I believe I got it from Walgreens. I think they had like Soho brand. So I'm gonna take this shade here, and then I'm just going to apply that above the crease. So I'm going to use these two as my transition colors, and you'll see that they eventually do blend into the skin pretty well. You'll find, if you don't already know, if you've been watching YouTube videos, then you know that the most important part is blending. Unless your goal is to have very distinct colors, like the start and stop points on your colors are intended to be precise, then the trick to beautiful shadow is blending. So as you can see, I'm just blending that above the crease. Now I am sort of taking it up to in the front, closer to the brow. And what I'm doing is holding it like this at an angle. Now I'm gonna get some of the darker, this brown shade, tap it just a little bit, and slightly below that, just right basically in the crease. And then I'm just going to concentrate that on the outer half of my lid, but I am blending it into that first shade. And we blend, and we blend, and we're done. Not really. Now, I am going to take my shadow. This is the Milani eyeshadow duo in the color, the palette name is Soulmate, number 140. And so this is what it looks like. You have a matte berry shade, and then you have the shimmering berry shade. So what I'm going to do is take this small brush. This is from BH Cosmetics, also one that I've had a few years. But I would consider this maybe like a detailing brush or a small shadow brush. So I'm going to take this, and this is actually a very pigmented shadow. And I think I paid $4.99 for this palette at Walmart. So I'm just dipping that, tap it a little bit, dip it some more. Now, what I do is look straight ahead. So, give me a second. So I'm looking off to the side. So I'm looking straight ahead, and when I look straight ahead, my crease disappears. So then what you want to do is place that color above your crease. So when you're looking, start placing that color. Now I want this concentrated on my outer lid. I don't want to call it a V because it's a lot bigger than a V. It's like a C. But anyway, so I'm just going to use this brush, and I'm going to place it, and then I'm going to blend. So if you're someone that's new to makeup, and you can't afford a lot of I don't spend a lot on brushes because it's a brush. Me personally, I can't justify it. All right, so we're just going to keep doing that same step. Apply it, and then we place it, and then blend until you get the look that you are going for. So I'm placing, even on the outer, placing, and then I'm using the same brush to blend it. So when I blend it, you can blend it either holding it straight. I tend to hold it sideways when I start to blend it, if I'm not going to switch between brushes, which again, I don't think it's necessary. You could use one brush and do an entire eye look, in my opinion. Just got to be a multi-use, make it a multi-use brush, you know. So now I'm holding this out, and then I'm just going to blend until I get the color and shape that I'm looking for. Now, I'm going to go back to that first crease brush. I'm not adding anything to it. I'm just going to blend the edge so that that blends into the first colors that I have laid already. In this brush. Now you can use any eyeshadow brush to lay down the shimmer. You can use the small, I like the e.l.f. C shadow brushes. Those are nice, and they're like $3 for a brush, and they're really, I like them. They're really good brushes. This is a generic eye brush set that I got I want to say on eBay about, it's been a while. And this is probably, I believe this might be a concealer brush, but I actually use it for my eyeshadow. So I'm going to use this one today, and I'm going to go into the shimmer side. So I'm going to take this, and I'm just using my palette, and I'm just going to place that all over my lid. Now, again, if you're someone that plays in makeup a lot, you know with shimmers, when you're using a brush, sometimes they don't really apply that well. And in that case, all you gotta do is lay your first layer and then go in with your finger. I use my ring finger, and I just get so pretty. Get some of that shadow, and then I use my ring finger and press it, and that just gives it a little more color saturation. It just pops a little more. All right, okay, what's up? Now, if you see, I don't know if you can really see it, but the shimmer has gone up into the matte color. So I'm going to take this brush again. I'm not adding in product to it yet. I'm just going to drag and blend just a little. Now, if you get to this part and you feel like you need more, add more. It's okay. It's makeup, it'll wash off. So go in, place it, and then blend it. And then you also want to blend it here on the ends. That's pretty much it. All right. Now, this part here, I'm gonna go in to get a color or shade, a shadow that's close to my skin tone. So I'm in the Profusion Wanderlust palette. I'm just gonna go into this color Statement, and I'm gonna hold the brush like here, the angle, because what we're trying to do is get up under that brow. So if you have it up there at an angle, just go in and blend. So what that does is takes away that white, that super white Takes away that that we're gonna call it a highlight, that unintentional highlight. And then I'm gonna go back with this brush and a little bit of that color and just blend that. Now for my inner corner, I'm going to take this small brush. I'm going back into the Wanderlust, and I want it sort of a silver instead of a gold inner corner. So I'm going to go into the shade Illusion. So I'm just going to tap this in there. Beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. And then I am going to apply that to the inner corner. Now I do like to drag mine up and blend it into the shadows. And then I take the setting spray, spray that same one, that same brush, and I go back over it right here just to make it pop a little bit. And then if you, right here, so we gotta blend that out. So first I'm gonna go back to this. I'm not adding any more product. I'm just blending that down. And then I'm gonna go back to my crease brush. Again, didn't add any product, and blend that. To my lower lash line, and ladies and gentlemen, I am done. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you have any comments or any questions, feel free to leave it down below, and I'll definitely update the products that I used in the description box. Have a great day.